made it through a week of Vlogmas every single day. Can't say I'm gonna keep up with this pace, but so far so good. It's Friday morning and I am heading to go for a walk with a girlfriend. I have a couple of friends and we try to walk as regularly as we can. We started doing it during like lockdowns and we would do it every week without fail, no matter the weather, because we couldn't see each other inside. It's not quite as often now, but I still really enjoy it. I will say something I could work on is getting outside more, because we have, you know, the Peloton, I have my walking pad, I have the treadmill. Like, it's very easy for me to not get outside, but I do know that fresh air and natural light is so good for you. So I'm excited when there's someone to like hold me accountable. I got a request to talk about lessons I learned in 2023. I feel like that could be Finding Your Cape Part 2, honestly, so much. A good indication would be the video I filmed, I think it's called I'm No Longer Doing This, and it was lessons I've learned that I was taking into my 40s, because I turned 40 at the end of July. But then after I filmed that video, like the second half of 2023 also really kicked my ass. Some wonderful things, obviously, but wow, it is really smoky. My 40th birthday itself was a total bust, like sucked. Then a couple weeks later, we lost my mom. Devastating, I still can't believe it. Then we got married, which is fabulous, and then Thomas started having more seizures, not so fabulous. I started working as a therapist, fabulous. Like, there's just been a lot of ups and downs, so I would say start with that video, what I'm no longer taking into my 40s. I myself could probably rewatch it. I'd love to know what lessons you learned in 2023. I'm happy with that video and everything that I shared there, because that is like very authentic and feels really good to me. And then the back half of 2023, I think I have yet to like had enough space and time to really process what's happened and then reflect and learn lessons. Honestly, I'm still in the disbelief era, I think, so. But I would love to know what lessons you learned this year. I can tell you that my word for 2023 was good. And I thought about it a lot. Like, what if this was good? Like I was saying yesterday, what if this was easy? What if this was good? What would make this good? Really seeing the good in my life, reflecting on the little things. 2023 for me was definitely the year of romanticizing the little things. And I think I might do an entire vlog this month showing you how I do that. And it's something that I have only really been able to articulate recently, but I think I started doing it maybe when Thomas first was born, definitely after I became a widow, for sure, for sure, for sure. But yeah, my word was good for the year. And although there was a lot of not so good, there was some really wonderful parts too, right? It's not like two things can be true at once. It was a terrible, awful year, and also amazing, right? Like, I got married and I graduated university and I started my dream job. I'd love to know if you had a word for 2023, what it was. If you've thought ahead to what your word for 2024 is gonna be. I haven't yet. I usually will do that kind of reflecting in that weird time between Christmas and New Year's. And this year, like, we're not going anywhere. We're not doing anything. The unicorn is working. Over Christmas, I'm seeing some clients, so I'll definitely have a lot of time to like sit and reflect. And the word will usually come to me, maybe like journaling, reflecting, once I'm setting my goals. But I could do that. I think I'm also gonna share, maybe today, maybe when we're not driving, I'll share with you what my 2023 goals were for the year. Something that has been very helpful in keeping me accountable is a girlfriend of mine and I, at the top of every month, will send each other our goals for the month, like 5 or 6 goals. And they range from anything from like health and wellness to tidying the house to booking that doctor's appointment to you name it. And then we check in with each other at the top of the next month. And that has been a really low stakes way to have some accountability, but also like with someone who, you know, no judgment if none of the goals were ticked off, that's for sure. And some of the months honestly weren't, because she and I both went through some stuff. Like my December goals that I sent her, she sent me a few of hers that were like typical. Mine were accomplish 3 for 31 and survive Christmas in grief. That's it. That's it. 2 valiant goals. So, but that is something I would definitely recommend, like when you're starting to look at it. You know, I like to set goals for the whole year. I like to set a word for the whole year, but then also chunking it down into months. And those are never like premeditated goals. I usually just come up with them. I'll reflect on what happened the month before and then sit and think, what would I like to do this month? Make it very realistic and then send her the goals. Just one friend. It's really nice to have that accountability, and also someone who's like very realistic along with me, you know, like no judgment if we're not ticking off every box. All right, I'm gonna wait for my girlfriend and get some fresh air. It's actually not raining, doesn't seem to be too windy. It'll be a nice morning for a walk. Do not use this enough, but it feels so good. It's just like an ice roller, and I'm using it for a little bit of depuffing the old eye bags today. I had a really nice walk with my girlfriend, and I hope she doesn't mind me sharing this, but she asked me, I hope I don't cry also telling you this, she asked me about my grief. Well, she just said like, oh my gosh. She just said like, oh my God. I've been thinking about you and this time of year. We made it to day 8 before I cried on Vlogmas. And just wondering like how you're doing, you know, with missing your mom. And I just started bawling on our walk. And like, I just wanted to tell you that because it meant so much to me that she acknowledged it. Like, there's nothing she can do, there's nothing she can say, and that's fine. And like, that is my message to you. If you know someone who is grieving, you don't have to know what to say, because guess what? There is like nothing to say. You can't fix it, there's nothing you can do. Grief is a real bitch. It takes time, we all know this. But like, I don't want you to be scared of acknowledging someone's grief for fear of upsetting them. She didn't upset me. That's not why I started crying. She just created a safe space. Like, she just made me feel very seen. Yeah, so I just really appreciated that she did that and said that. So I wanted to share that with you because she wasn't like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I shouldn't have brought it up, or like, don't cry. She just walked with me and she talked because I couldn't talk because I was crying. And like, it was just really nice. So, I just wanted to encourage you to do the same. Like, this is a really hard time of year for a lot of people, whether it's Christmas or not. Like, grief is terrible. We all know this. Just acknowledging it can mean so much to that person. Don't think like, I don't want to bring it up because I don't want to upset them. Spoiler alert, they're already upset. It's there, they're just managing it. So like, say something, bring it up, and like, you don't have to know what to say. That's fine. You don't have to say like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. For some reason, I really don't like when people say sorry. I'm so sorry. Does anyone relate to that? I don't like it. It feels like condescending almost to me. And I don't know why. And I've been thinking about it for a while because like, people have said that to me in the past few months. Like, I'm so sorry about Thomas or my mom. I don't know what it is, but like, does anyone know what I'm saying? Like, when someone says, I'm so sorry, what are you supposed to say to that? It's okay, thanks. I don't know. I think because it makes me feel like someone feels sorry for me when they don't. I know that's not what they feel, but like, anyway, that's a tangent. This feels so good. If you don't know what to get someone for their stocking, an ice roller. I actually had this in my freezer in my office. I have a little like bar fridge that has a tiny freezer compartment, and I keep this in it. Does it help the eye bags? I don't know, but it sure feels good. Anyway, the walk was wonderful. Like, you know, I got my shit together. We talked about other stuff. We walked for 5K, felt really good. And I came home, I had a really good client appointment. Now I'm gonna have some lunch and then I have another client appointment. One was on the phone and the next one's on Zoom. So I'm just doing them at home since I'm home by myself today. So that feels really nice. And then I actually am spending the night away tonight. The Unicorn and I have a night of respite and I booked us in at the local hotel. I got a jacuzzi suite because, you know, she loves a bath. Yeah, we were booked in to do this 2 weeks ago, but Thomas had some seizures that day, so we ended up canceling it. And so we're trying again. So I'm excited. So I'll prep the house for the woman that's coming to stay with Thomas and like change the sheets on our bed and clean, tidy, write out some notes for her, like his medicine and stuff. She's been watching him overnight for us for like almost 10 years. So she's well versed, but you know, it's just nice to remind people. And then I'll get Thomas, and then she's coming around 4, and then I'll go check into the hotel. Unfortunately, the husband won't be there until I think like 7:30 or 8 because he's working later than anticipated today, but I will happily make good use of that room. I'll get a coffee, so I stay up late tonight, have a bath, decide where we're gonna go for dinner once he shows up. It'll be good. Anyway, I hope that made sense about grief, and I hope that you heard me when I say you don't have to know what to say. Saying nothing can be more hurtful. Like, oh, how are you? How's the holidays? What are you supposed to say to that? Super? Anyway, I'm gonna have some lunch. I can actually show you. So, smash. Last night, when the Unicorn told me the unfortunate news that he was gonna have to work late tonight, he left the house at 6 a.m. and he's not getting home until probably 7:30 tonight. I ordered him some mucho burrito so he would have lunch for today, and I ordered myself a cheeky little burrito bowl. So I'm gonna dish that up in a non-to-go container, sit and watch some YouTube, have a little beverageino, and then prepare for my next client. This may be weird to you. I feel like I just need to address this. It's a really interesting, I don't know why the pantry is always open when we vlog. I swear it's like never open. I am 100% fine being a therapist while in the middle of my own grief. It's been really cool that I'm able to like switch back and forth, and I would credit that to how much work I've done on myself, my education, how much therapy I've been in myself, because you know I've been in therapy for like over a decade. And so I never want you to see me being open and honest with how I'm feeling and think that that's affecting how professional I can be. Like, I'm so happy that it seems to be two completely different things to me. That's been really nice. And I just love my job so much. Okay, I have to show you the cutest sweater that just arrived. I ordered it on Instagram from a Canadian shop, small business. I'll show it to you actually. This is it. My Designs, Me Designs, M-E-I Designs. And are you ready? Are you ready? Look how cute she is. Christmas vibes. I got it very oversized because I like to be cozy, comfy. I also like to leave room for shrinkage. I think I'm gonna wear this today, honestly. I should probably wash it before I wear it, but it's just, it's so cozy. It's like a nice thin material. It's not too hot, not too bulky. I'm obsessed. I am, like, look how cute. This is the new Christmas sweater. This is the Christmas sweater of 2023. 1, 2, 3 beveraginos. I'm not sure I'm gonna drink this old coffee, but we will see. If I have any chance of staying up past 9 o'clock tonight, we're gonna have to have some caffeine this afternoon. I opted to put the sweater in the wash. There's just something about, I just needed it to be washed. So, plus I had an obscene amount of laundry to do anyway. Figured I might as well start it. I'm not gonna finish it today. That's a job for tomorrow once this enjoyable evening out is over. But I would still maybe like to wear that sweater tonight. I don't know where we're gonna go for dinner, so anyway, long story short. Plus I needed to look a little bit more professional as I have a client over Zoom now. While I have a second, I thought I would read to you what my 2023 goals were, as we talked about that this morning in the car. Word of the year, good. Then I wrote, how can this be easy? Does this support my future? And then I put, I'm safe, I'm loved, I am okay. I got that 3-sentence mantra from Mel Robbins, and I have found that to be very helpful. Then I wrote, this will take time, be patient and more patient, trust the time. Focus on my health. I wanted to be healthier than I had ever been by the time I hit 40, and that definitely happened. Graduate university and celebrate. Accept a job as a counselor, get married, foster Thomas's health and happiness and progression with expanded food, adventure, chores, and fun, etc. Purge home room by room, continue to read and meditate, explore what keeps you off your phone. So pretty good. I definitely have more purging that I could do, and to be quite honest, in school, nothing really happened in this house besides the like bare necessities, and I just had to be okay with that. It was very difficult because you know me, I love to do homey stuff, but now I can go full tilt, and I think I will this winter. Being home more, I've started making lists of projects that I want to do either over the winter, especially over the winter break while I'm home with Thomas. I really want to purge this office. Like I've mentioned in previous videos, there is no reason for this much desk anymore. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. I really want to redo Thomas's room. Not much to purge in his room because I'm pretty good with like keeping up his clothes. And I have purged my own clothes, but like kitchen stuff, we desperately need to do our storage room. I'm quite confident we could purge minimum a third, if not a half, of everything that we have in storage. So yeah, I'm feeling good about those goals. That's sort of how I make goals. You know me, well, maybe you don't know this, I don't believe in resolutions. I believe in like setting ourselves up for success. So whether it's a word, whether it's new habits instead of goals, like as you heard, some of those were more like habits, like getting healthy, And like for me, then I like chunk it down, but you don't need to know all the chunking down parts, like to make it more specific. But doing those goals every month with my friend is very helpful. And yeah, I think making it more habits-based can be quite positive. And then being realistic about it and kind to yourself. There were a lot of months where I didn't hit any of my goals. I shouldn't say a lot of months, but there were months, and that was okay. It was like, parent, survive, keep going. That's it. So I'd love to know if you have goals for 2024, if you would like to see more videos about goal setting, how I do it, how I achieve my goals. I'm happy to do that either in Vlogmas or after. I often think that these goals, these kinds of videos and topics are good later in the year, but you could start to think about it now, and you could even start now. Like, that's one reason why I like 3 for 31 is because it gets you doing 30 minutes of exercise a day, not waiting until some arbitrary day like January 1st. Maybe don't start your goals till January 10th. Like, you do you. Anyway, let's discuss. Comment down below. I'd love to know your word of the year, your goals, any questions you have for me. Let's go. I feel like a really good drinking game watching my vlogs would be, how many times does Mare change her clothes? This was like an ongoing joke between the husband and my mom. Like, how many clothes I go through. I've changed again because I don't need to be in a nice work sweater. I'm all over the place. I'm finished work for the day. Laptop is actually shut off. I've changed the sheets. I started the laundry. I'm gonna go flip it before I pick up Thomas from school. I will start packing. I mean, when I say packing, like, we're going for one night, not even 24 hours. Like, it's basically just toiletries and pajamas, and also bath stuff for the aforementioned soaker tub, which I will be in about 2.5 hours. Okay, we're gonna go downstairs, holding all the beverages. Oh, that's way too close. I'm gonna take these things. We'll be back. I'm at the hotel hours before the husband. Let me show you how we're romanticizing the little things, the night away, the staycation. Are you ready to see what I brought? Little blanket and a little Christmas tree with some Christmas lights. Yes, I did. You know what? I'm all about making the most of things, friends. So this Christmas tree is the one that usually sits in our gym. And I grabbed a box of lights we weren't using. Magic. And I always bring my own blanket when I go to a hotel. Yeah. Can have a little bathtub. Can have a little bath by the light of the Christmas lights over here. We have the bathtub. And of course, she brought her Lush bits. It's just so magical. Like, I'm so happy I'm this extra. It's just amazing. I have been here for like 2.5 hours now, I think. And the husband just texted that he is finally on his way. My goodness, he got stuck at work late, like 4 hours later than he was supposed to work. Then the highway was closed because it's terrible weather tonight, so he had to backtrack around. Anyways, it's almost 8 o'clock. He's on his way here. We're gonna go out, we're gonna have a nice dinner, but I'm gonna leave you here, say goodnight to you. I got my freshly cleaned Santa Vibes sweater on. I had a shower, washed my hair. Then I had a bath and watched YouTube while I drank my Americano. Had a little veggies and dip in the bath. Yes, I did. Then I continued to watch YouTube, and then I just journaled for like a half an hour. I did a headspace. Like, this is what we're talking about. I was journaling about, like, I think getting inspired over what you and I were talking about today. So, like, healthy habits for 2024. And anyway, I'm gonna say goodnight. It has been a long time since I did my makeup at like 7 o'clock at night to go out. And we're gonna have a nice date night. We're gonna have a lie-in If I don't vlog tomorrow, it's because we're taking the day off. If I do, great. If not, maybe I'll see you Sunday or Monday. I think I might take a day or two off, but now we've got 8 videos in a row for you to enjoy and catch up on. So from my very extra hotel room, thanks for watching. Lace up, subscribe, become a marathoner. Life's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And in the marathon, you can do anything for 10 minutes. I'd love to know your thoughts on today's video, your goals, how this year went for you. If you said a word of the year, if you haven't, does that entice you? And I'll see you very soon.